Hey everyone, so in today's video I want to talk about power supplies. And if you're buying one and you don't know what you're looking for, what you should be looking for. Now, do excuse any noise that you may hear. It's summer in Queensland, Australia. It's hot, need the windows open, birds are noisy. Nature, deal with it. But power supplies, what do you need? Well, firstly, a good way to go about it, figure out every other bit of hardware that you need in your computer. No joke. Figure that out. Then, some of the companies that make power supplies have their own power supply calculator. And with that, it will tell you what wattage you should be needing, what PSU you need. Then from there, basically you buy PSU. There's a bit more to it. I'm not quite sure what PSUs that they would recommend. It's pretty simple. You can also do the same thing with a PC part picker. You can get all your parts in and it'll give you an estimated wattage. Don't know how accurate their calculator is, or anyone else's really, but all of them are an indicator. Now, there's one rule, basic one. Once you have all this information, and let's say that your system is going to use up 375 watts, get a PSU that has double that, or as close to double that. So a 700 watt PSU would be fine, a 750 watt PSU would be perfect, and an 800 watt PSU would be fine as well. Any PSU from like 400 up would be great. But the reason why that you go the double it rule is because PSUs, last I heard at least, operate best at 50% load capacity. So at 375 watts, a 750 watt PSU is going to run its best, it's most efficient at 50%, and 50% of 750 is 375. So you go as close to double as you can in a best case scenario. Now, there are lots of different ratings for PSUs. For the 80 plus, you got your 80 plus, your 80 plus bronze, I think there's silver, gold, platinum, titanium. There's a big list. And to how I understand it is, the higher up that tier you go, understandably, the more efficient it is, and the more you pay, and the highest tiers do sometimes cost a lot of money. Definitely diminishing returns for the amount of money that you spend. But also, they've all got an 80 plus efficiency rating, which is awesome. And that to get from one badge, 80 plus badge, to another, to the next one, sometimes, and this is from what I've heard, but sometimes the percentage gap between them is very small and minuscule and not worth it. 80 plus bronze is going to probably be sufficient for most people, but once you start getting to high wattage PSUs, the ratings usually go up from there. Also, if you want my tip, and really anyone else's tip if they built a computer before, doesn't even matter if they are a tech tuber or not, you need some form of modularity. And what I mean by that is there's completely non-modular power supplies where all the cables just come out of the PSU. You've also got semi-modular where all the important ones come out. So your 24 pin in your EPS, basically, maybe GPU, sorry, PCIe. But as modular as you can afford is beneficial. It makes PC building so much easier, especially with cable management, because if you don't need cables, why do you need them then? Also, size. Not all PSUs are the same size. And what I mean by that is that dimensions can be different, and the only dimension that will be different for any standard ATX PSU is going to be how long it is. And if you gain a higher wattage piece of hardware, so a higher wattage power supply, you're really going to want modular for one. Really should be modular anyway. No reason why it won't be modular. But some cases only allow for so long of a PSU, like your GPU and your air cooler heights and radiator lengths and widths and whatnot. It's just another thing you gotta make sure that you're getting the right size for. If you're building a mini ITX build, in any case, just make sure that you understand what specification PSU it will fit, as some mini ITX boards will take a SFX power supply, not an ATX power supply. Usually then, even though the hole is the size for an SFX power supply, so it's a small form factor, you are unable to fit an ATX in. But if you stuff up and get a SFX power supply for a case that is supposed to be for an ATX, power supply, that's all cool. There's brackets for that. So if you're putting mini ITX, especially, make sure that you know if your case needs an ATX power supply or an SFX power supply, because you don't want to get an ATX PSU and it being too big. But yes, that's all I have for you today for this video. Thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed it. Hopefully I didn't stuff anything up. I'm a little bit worried that I did. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I hope I see you all next time in the next video. See ya.